So, changing oil in my motor that has 0 hours of runtime on it. You going?
0 minutes.
0
seconds of
minutes of running. So, changing some good oil, but look at that, it's brand new. Oh yeah, I put a magnetic thing on it. Oil plug. Okay, so after all said and done, I'll put his name up here again in the video. He commented on all the things that we did wrong. So, longer story shorter, we have to pull each of the pistons. We have to pull it out. We have to rotate the head on the rod and put it back down in the rod, back down in the same exact way, because they're chamfered on one side to allow for crank clearance, I believe. So we'll have to look at that.
The head's upside down.
Just the piston top is 180 out. And I talked with Charlie over at O'Reilly. He said you could probably use that valley pan and get away with it, but he's like, it's 50-50. He's like, you want to take that chance? I'm like, how much is it? He's like, 30 bucks. Okay, so I got another one of those coming this afternoon. And this is just Hemi orange. It isn't body color paint, so I think I can paint that. I could get it installed today if we get that far.
Just get mine. Paint mine.
Well, we're doing yours today too.
Yeah, but we won't get that far because I can't do my pistons.
Why can't you do your
I
pistons?
don't have the keeper rings.
Then call O'Reilly and have him. It might be there by noon, the same as my valley pan.
I'm probably gonna go with and I said Kenny Black, the KB, but it's I think Keith Black.
Oh yeah.
I need to look online and see what they call for those pistons. Maybe order them from them or see if I can get them at O'Reilly or Highway.
You may have to measure. I don't know. Probably all the piston
they probably
wrist
are all
sleeves are all the same size. So the I see that is a Sniper EFI distributor. Okay, so we're gonna probably film taking the first piston out. I might time lapse taking apart the whole bottom end of the motor, and then we'll see the best way, and I'll show the differences of the. We'll show the Keith Black. We'll show the Keith Black rod versus the 446 pack rod. And are you interested in 446 pack rods? If we see,
yeah, that's fine. We'll look at yours and see what those Eagle rods.
We'll put them side by side with these bad boys.
Those are H-beam H-beam Eagles.
Those are Eagles. We'll put them side by side and see which is beefier. But I know these are beefier than the regular 440 rods that came in this motor. So.
Okay.
All right. Let's redo work we've done a year earlier. Okay, so windage tray is out and it became pretty much trash. So I don't want to clean that, and it kind of got bent pulling it out of there. This could probably be salvaged, but I think it's 75 bucks and you get 2 new gaskets and all that stuff with it. So that's gone. I gotta get some more RTV. Now we're to the part where we want to see how the rods are clocked. I believe they're chamfered on one end, which I believe is like shaved, and I can kind of see down the sides where they meet. They appear to be like ground a little bit, but we're gonna pull a piston. We're gonna see what happens and try to keep it the right way. Before I button everything up, I'll post the video and I'll make sure my favorite subscriber agrees that it's done correctly. So all I did, and Pops has to come in and showboat here that he knows so much, I marked all of the rods on one side up and down so I can marry the two sides together considering the bearings, and I know they got put together correctly, but as far as the chamfered side, whatever that is, I'm not sure if I've got that correct. So Pops points out that there's a 5 and a 5 on both sides of the rod and the rod cap. So maybe it's foolproof, but I'm still the idiot that put the piston heads on wrong. So let's see how they're oiled now. Piston.
Oh wow, it's full of oil. We got to be careful when we drop them out of there.
So let me
Well, you turn it back up, it'll.
bring this around and let's do one. And let's just see. Let's take one off and then we'll push it down, back it off, and let's see what happens with it.
That's bigger than that. Yeah, bigger than half.
And I don't know how much these are torqued to.
That familiar torquing snap.
Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna ever hear it out of this thing again. Okay, so we're only undoing one at a time. Oh look, I got ARP assembly lube. I didn't know I had it. And this is still good, but the RTV is all solid, so I'm gonna get more of this today too. Okay. Now, can I push it forward and then back it off?
Well, it's not letting it. It's not popping it loose.
Is it because this is tight up against it?
No, you can take and tap the bolts with something rubber.
With the nuts on them?
Here.
Yeah, put a nut on it.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on, let me get the. Yeah, that way you don't put any mark on the threads.
Tap one and they'll both go.
Yeah, they'll probably both go. That one went.
Yeah, it went.
There's it. Uh-oh. Down in there. Yeah, I need a magnet.
Dropping bolts in my motor.
The motor bolt. It probably fell into the top of the piston. But nope, there it is. Let's see. See it?
Right up, scratching my cam down in there.
Don't move it.
Is that too wide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now can I back it off?
You can try it.
Where's the
Yeah,
other bolt? You got the other bolt?
Yeah.
You're smacking against the compression of the rings and all that.
I know it.
So you can tap it and
There it went.
I saw the cap pop.
Yeah. It should be. Yeah.
Okay, bearing stays
Bearing the way it
with
was.
this. Oh, there's no mistake in the bearing. It's got a
Got
little
the notch in it.
notch for it.
But what I'm saying, what I was saying is that this doesn't matter if you put it in this way or this way. And you're saying they're notched, but I don't see where they're notched.
You keep saying this, and everyone in the planet has told me, make sure that it's done. And I know I read that when I put it together. It has to do with the angle, something here, to clear the crank.
Well, we'll find out when we take it out and look at it.
Or the angle of this. 'Cause this is what's gonna get the crank.
Where's the marks on? Oh, that right there. So it? I guess so.
Yeah, is there a mark on the other side of it?
But
Is there a number on the other side?
there's a 1, no number.
There's no one. Okay, so the 1 and 1 go together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put him there. I'm gonna push it out. And then back it off. Is that all the way? Yeah, that's about all the way. So now I'm gonna back it off, push that down, or hold it.
That's bringing the bearing out.
You get the bearing too.
That's okay.
Bearing's going to drop. Okay, it's just
Drop right into it. So
now we need to completely pull that.
we don't want to scratch the journal on the there. So
Yeah,
now
grab
we
that,
can push
grab that
out.
bearing so it doesn't fall out.
Hold underneath. Hold underneath on the top of the piston. I'm going to push here.
Can you push it out, you think?
I don't know. We'll see.
It's coming. Yep. Okay. There's a bearing that goes in here. Okay. This is the way it came out.
Correct.
Now, if there is,
And this is notches up there. Trying not to touch in there because it's all lubed.
okay, so this one has the notch on this
Notch
side.
at the top.
Is there a difference? There's no number on this
There's a number
part.
there.
So the numbers go together.
The numbers
So
go
that was
together. But so the numbers,
The numbers go that way or that way.
That's what I'm wondering. Because I
Well,
don't see,
everything's spun freely with it in this direction, right?
Yeah, I'm
Then
gonna
I
trust.
just pop
I'm
the
gonna
head.
trust
Pop
our
the
number
piston
one
off.
Mopar guy that told me these were wrong in the first place.
Yeah, so rotate the piston. Leave this.
Just like that.
No.
However,
how it came
however it came
here's how
out.
it came
That's how
out.
it came
That's
out.
how it goes back in.
So rotate the piston head.
Yeah, which appears.
Yeah, you don't even have the.
You don't have keepers in yours. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, you do.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't come out that way. It comes out.
Does it slide all the way out?
Is there a ring in there?
I didn't see a ring.
No, I don't see a ring.
Well, how does it come out? See, it's the same both ways. And there's no ring in there. So that's, you could be getting a bunch of slapping in your motor without those rings in there to keep that thing pretty well
But how does that come out
centered.
to begin with?
I don't know. Is it pressed into that? No, because that's sliding on it, isn't it?
No, I'm trying to, okay, try to slide it. I'm going to hold it one way.
Yeah, no, that's real tight on that.
I wonder if there's a keeper on that.
Maybe.
All right, we got some investigating to do.
Well, there's nothing on the
I
top,
don't
and there's
see
nothing
anything.
there. Not unless that's. You sure you didn't get this all as one assembly?
I don't think so.
Because those could have been pressed in there. Oh, you got.
No,
You got
because
Keith Black too.
these are 6-pack rods. He took, unless he ordered that and that. Are these Keith Black whatever? No, those are Mopar original 6-pack rods. So, and I had the rods in my hand, but that doesn't mean that he didn't press those onto there for me. You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he got a machine shop. I bet you he didn't like doing the stinking things.
It's like these are pressed into this.
Yeah,
and
he
the shaft is
pushed and
into
pressed
this.
that into it. Incorrectly on all of them. Unless
Well,
they
unless
stay
we
this
can't
way,
rotate this way
then I need to find out
about this.
the numbers on these and how they're clocked, and I need to do research. Because it could be that all the numbers are together instead of apart, or apart instead of together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would say you're supposed to put the 3 and the 3 together.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Well, yes, but do they go, on this side, or do they go down here on this side?
Okay, you can read these, right? You can't read the other side.
What are you talking about?
Okay, the 5 and 5.
So yeah, it should
Yeah,
be
when it-
up, I would think. But I'm saying he may have pressed all these on the wrong way, and maybe he did it because it's performance, and I've heard you can flip the piston heads. Back in the day, people did it for performance. So maybe he did this with the intention of, oh, it's going to be a higher performance motor. I'm flipping his piston heads for him. I don't know. but the guy was also
explaining.
quack that only worked on it 3 times in 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I gotta do some research into the 6-pack rods, see what it says. From the top pictures, our YouTube #1 subscriber told us this should be the other way.
Yeah.
But how this should be mounted on the crank remains to be seen.
Right.
And our guy that has commented on the piston heads hasn't seen how these are in
Right.
there.
Well, I agree that this bigger side was flipped wrong. That it needs to be
This way.
inside these two. Yeah, it needs to be this way with the big one here and the next piston, the big one here, because that's the way the heads are. So yeah, it should be flipped.
Well, we can put it back in this way, manually rotate it, and see if this bumps on anything.
But I'm thinking that if
I don't
this
really
is
want to scratch stuff.
if this is in there, will it ever come around to where you can read 1 and 1 together? Like right now,
No, it's like here's 2 and 2. You're never going to see 2 and 2 down here.
that's right.
But I don't see the 2 here, so oh yeah, 2 there. Yeah, there is. It is. It's
Quit
there.
wiping my marks off.
It's
You
there.
got it right there.
That's why I can't hardly see it on that one.
Yeah, I can
But
see
they're
the 2.
they're all embossed. You don't need to mark them.
Fine.
They're all marked. There's 1.
So
And
My system just
yeah, they're gonna be
doesn't matter.
just the opposite. That's the way it came out,
I know.
with the notch that way.
yes.
I'm saying, do you want to just put it in there and just gently turn it, see if it?
No, I want to
see if it
read
bumps?
about
Okay.
the 6-pack rods, and it's all in here. So
All right, and you got some splaining to do.
I'm gonna read good.
I'm just laying it in. Don't lay it down.
Then you guys work on something else, because I don't want half-ass putting this together. Again. So to end this video, I want to say thanks
In this nightmare,
yeah. Greg Deternova, 1537, 10,000 days, 2103, and Blyung 01. All great comments, and I appreciate all the information and why I've gone so nuts over this. I'll kind of we'll show here just last looks of. Here's your numbers on the pistons, the rods, and I believe I've got everything in the correct way. It's just my machine shop, speed shop that put these rods, 6-pack rods, on those heads, put them on backwards. And the whole reason, can we flip this over, Pop?
uh-huh.
And we're probably gonna leak a little oil.
Yeah.
Out of those heads. Yeah, out of so I don't know why I have it in my mind, and I'm not questioning our viewers or the subscribers that have commented and taken time out of their day to put some great quality comments. I appreciate it. I'm not questioning any of that, other than I see that the reliefs look like they are backwards. Should be bigs in the center, because the heads are big ports in the center. The exhaust port should be on the outside, and there's your exhaust port on the outside. That should be over here. I agree. And even, what is it, Keith Black?
Yes.
These Keith Black pistons, and all the reading that I've done, this should be at the top towards the center of the motor for cooling purposes and all of that. Isn't that what we read?
That's what it said.
So, all of that being said, I don't know why I'm taking this on what a speed shop guy told me like 3 years ago or however long, that back in the day they used to install them upside down for more compression or for something. A guy that has been in the industry for 50 years in Jacksonville, put these on and what do you call it? Swedge that in there. He
Press, yeah, they
Pressed.
fit.
pressed fit. He pressed all of these in for me, and then took 2 years to not assemble my motor. So I got all the parts back. These were done. I put them in. Hopefully you can see I put the rocker or the rod's arms in correctly
Onto the
with
crank.
the little slit. Well, this one's all wrapped up right now because I'm going to take it to a shop. But the little slit points to the other piston to like oil it, and that's what we read and what one of our viewers said. So I'm just questioning, do I want to do all this work? Will this fly or won't it? And maybe I'm done asking questions. I'm going to take it to a speed shop, but I'd like for some old school guy to tell me, like, oh yeah, those pistons, we did that. And I've looked on Keith Black's site. I can't
showing
see.
that these were heated.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can tell by the bluing or whatever, they were heated to be put on there, because this just floats. There's no keepers on the end, so they have to be pressed out or heated again and pushed out.
Yeah, we all watched a video that a guy did it in his garage in like
But they're
10
not,
minutes of explanation and then 30 seconds to do it. So we could do it, but I'm not the guy that wants to really mess with this.
beat on your pistons.
Whoa. You said beat on.
I know. You don't want to do that.
Okay, so I think that's it for now. You may see us assembling and doing something here in the future. Once we decide.
Right over to, we figured it all out. Now we're doing.
I'm just going to post this. That way we can put to bed all the questions and all of that. But if you do have info of why my machine shop guy would do this 8 times in a row the wrong way, let me know. If there's a reason that I can get out of doing all of this work, I would like to know that. So thanks from Clark's Place. We appreciate it. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm about as dejected as I get over anything, just because this is double work and it's intrusive in the motor, and I'm not a motor tech nerd. And my father's favorite saying, he said, don't say it yet.
Oh.
But it made me smile because I think Doug said it. Doug's behind us here.
Yeah.
And Dad said it. But I don't like doing this over and over. But at Clark's Place, if you want it done right,
You got to do it twice, sometimes 3 times to get it right. So
I drank a beer and I feel better. But that's it. If you want it done right, you got to rebuild your motor twice.
And and this was way back before we really started doing videos or anything.
No, that was 20 years ago. You coined that phrase.
But it holds true, and we didn't do anything wrong with what we did. It was
I put it together correctly. It is incorrectly.
Yeah.
To finish a conversation that we just had off camera, this is top dead center for piston number 7. Let's just call it that. That's as high as it'll go, and it starts retracting, or either way, it starts going back down. So this is, what would you say that is? A 16th or an 8th? Not even an 8th. I'd say that's a 16th below deck height, which it was the block. I don't even think he decked it. I think he just cleaned it and it was flat. But you've got a lot of room. Yeah, tip that up if you would, please, Doug. There's a lot of room here, but with the piston being right flat up against that, I mean, if you take a plane across that, let's just do this. There's not a whole lot of space. I would say you've got an 1/8 of an inch, not to a quarter, between that. And I don't know how much this
Protrudes down.
Yeah, pops down. But the guy that built all of these parts and put all these parts together and swedged those stinking piston heads on backwards, I don't know if he built it that way for a certain reason.
And he may have put the right size cam in it to not have those opening the duration or whatever to where this would interfere.
I know, and that's where I wish the guy would have built the damn thing like I wanted him to.
Yeah.
But he was taking forever, and I wasn't even sure I was getting my motor back. And I'm not sure if he's even in business anymore. So.
Yeah.
So, a little addendum to the end of the video. That's why I'm insane over all this and questioning everything and asking all the questions. So, I'm done asking questions. If I don't get an answer after all of this to this video, then I'm switching these stinking piston heads backwards or frontwards.
Back the way they should be.
And gonna ride with it. And if it has 10 less horsepower than it was supposed to, the way the guy
Then
envisioned.
I'll beat you in mine.
Yeah, probably. All right,
You'll live with it.
Bye bye.